So more and more stuff's getting taken out. We just took out the sliding doors because all this is going to have to get torn out, and husband wants to get started on this side, so I had to take out the drawers and what little stuff. Well, here's the bathroom. Husband tore out this countertop with 3 drawers. Now he's pulling off the rest of the tile off of the top. We've got just this little row left. The reason we have to do all this, and I think maybe I've told you, this sink, of course we'd never get another sink to fit in like that. We've replaced the handles. You can't find handles that fit, and the darn thing's leaking underneath. So we've taken off this sliding doors, and it's gonna be all replaced. So husband is putting new switches in and outlets, and we had to put the board in the back there to mount these guys too. So because this countertop's coming up to 36 inches, so there's not going to be a whole lot of room right there, so they had to go sideways. Now over here, this outlet box is going to go up here because there's not going to be much room. And hair dryers now, anyway, they don't have plugs that come straight out. They come on the side. Here, like, I'll go show you one. Side. The plug comes out on the side like that. So if you have something low here, it has to bend or bend. So that's why the plug's going to go in that other way. Junk. So hubby got it in. There's the switch, and it works. So everything is torn out. Husband moved the outlet up to there because it's going to be stone backsplash. And then I'm going to have drawers here, vanity here, and then cupboard, well, the door goes that way, cupboard there, and sliding doors here, and then she's going to have drawers behind these sliding doors. And the line is right there because I'm going to raise it to 36 inches. And got all that torn out, got new faucets put in because they were 60 years old and a little crumbly, and the hot one did kind of drip, so. Feeling we were going to have this issue.
Do you need nails or anything on all that stupid stuff
I brought
too?
screws and I think I'm okay.
Okay.
I'll holler if I need it.
Alright, well thanks Joyce!
Sure.
So I'll leave these cupboards outside here then, the drawers?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Just leave the drawers for a while. That way I can bring them in as I need them.
Got it.
Oh my gosh, so her husband, my husband, and she got these carried in here. This was 1 unit, and then this, I'll show you later, is 2 units. But anyway, she's just revarnished the covers so we can't touch those. And we're going to figure out what kind of pulls. I just want something really simple that doesn't stick out very much. But those will be the 3 drawers. I'm going to try to just keep makeup in them. And then the countertop will go across. And then there's going to be a door in front of those. The hinges will be on that side. And they slide out. And on this drawer, she made that side higher than this side so that your stuff doesn't fall over the edge. But when you're sitting down, you pull it out, you can see what's in the drawer. And then there's a nice deep one on the bottom. You know how you get those big shampoos from Ulta and stuff? Well, they'll fit. Then there's going to be 2 sliding doors, you know, that go like that here. And she put 2 drawers on one side. And then the sink, you know, there's the taps that I realize now cost $108 for the plumber to change those faucets, but it took him 10 minutes, but it's done right. Then this is the fake front, and then this is a drawer, but I can't touch it because it's, let me get the sunlight out, because it's varnished. And so I haven't seen what the doors look like yet, but I think they're going to be this birch. It's called Baltic birch, so it comes from Europe. But she likes it. It's laminated, but it's all real wood. There's none of that particle board crap in it. And it ends up, this stuff is cheaper than the crap. Oh, let me show you what we're going to put over the light switch and outlet. This guy, she stained it. John had a little piece of the birch, and so he cut it out and made it, and then she stained it. So it's going to, you know, fit over like that. So I'm going to let it dry. It smells like a new house in here. Oh, it's going to be so fun. Then I have to order a little chair, but I'm going to wait till she finishes this drawer, which she went home to go do now. And then I'll see how far down it comes, how tall I need the seat to be, because I'm going to put my simple human right there. So we're getting there. It's getting done. Joyce got the drawers put in. And then, so there's 3 drawers here, a deep one here, and then she's going to put a slider, little top part of the drawer that I can put like nail polish or something in, because they gradually get deeper and deeper, and so I can get a lot of storage in there. I'm trying to get all my makeup in here. I went ahead and put a mirror in there just because. Then this middle drawer, and I may not put pulls on it, because then when I walk in I won't hook myself, and I can just pull underneath, you know, and open like that. And open like that. So anyway, then she still has to put the door on here, and you see, since there's no top yet, you still have some light. So there's a top, and then so I can put stuff that I'm not using yet. They're really tall shampoos and like Costco deodorant when you get tons of them. Then let me back up so you can see. There are 2 sliding doors. This is a fake drawer. This is a drawer that we'll keep our toothpaste and stuff like that in. This is a fake drawer because this is where the sink goes. And so this will be wasted space. But anyway, let me show you this cool thing. Open up. Oh, it's because I have the drawer open. Let me open the drawer and then you see some light. So she put 2, so you'll slide open the slider, and instead of just having a shelf here, she has 2 drawers so that I can put stuff in. And then she made them tall so stuff won't fall over the side, but slanted here so I can reach and see. And I just ordered a stool that'll fit right down in here, because I had to measure. Once she had the drawer in, then I could put like a dining chair, and I knew that was 18 inches, and the little stool that I ordered is 18.11 inches. So let's see. She's making little handles for these, and she's still staining and working on those. So here's the other one. And so we'll have a shelf underneath the sink, and then we can keep toilet paper and things like that there. So let me walk over to this side. I'm overstaying by the shower and the tub, and so that's where it'll be. I have a little stool there, and what I'm going to do, it's an unfinished stool. She still has the stain and the varnish for these, which look at how it matched the original, which is 60 years old. Anyway, she's going to stain the legs on the little stool, and it has a little upholstery seat. Well, people say it's really easy to take apart and put your own upholstery. Wouldn't it be fun to have pink? And then, of course, we'll have the granite, and then we'll have the granite backsplash go along. And then we kept this trim that matches this that went along here, and it'll go back because it'll fill in the corners where the granite won't. And then the fellow will come over and do a template of how this all goes, and then the creative surfaces company that has the granite will cut the holes for the sink, I think, and the faucet and all that stuff. And then Jeremy will come in and install it. But one thing that I do want with my sink, I don't want it so far back that you're leaning way over when you're dripping. I want it a little closer. And then you have plenty of room back here to clean behind the faucets, because the one in the little house is really hard to clean behind those faucets, and which is a pain because I want it absolutely perfect for guests. And I've been sanding on this guy because we have the trim here that Joyce has redone for me. So I got to take off that plate and then sand that. And oh look, here she's got the sliding doors. And then this one slides like that. And, well, Joyce came today and she put on the handles. And if I keep right, so, and let's see, 2 days ago the fellow came and took a template of the top. It's really interesting how they do that. He puts like really thin 1/4 inch wood in strips and then builds an edge and the other edge, and then just has bars going across to support it, and then that's what he takes to the stone place for them to make the granite countertop. Also, he took a template for the sink, so that's going to go in here. Did I show you this little bench that I got off of Amazon? And it was unfinished. I mean, it had the top on, but Joyce also stained the oak to match, oh gosh, Baltic birch, that's what that is. But anyway, she made these little handles. She routed them and then cut it in half, and so they're 8-inch handles all through there. I sanded this, so I actually did something. I sanded that piece of trim so that it'll match this piece of trim, and then this little piece will end here. No, I'm not going to redo the floor. I'd love to redo the floor, new toilet, new shower pan and all that, but I'll just have this makeup corner.
Yay. Still go there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My counter's coming. Here comes my counter.
Yeah. Good.
I think the sink's cut out. The sink's over here. Oh good, there won't be a seam there. Pretty. So it's even. Here's the pattern of it. Leaving the fan on because the glue still smells. The sink is just glued in, and they have it being supported by that board, and then in 24 hours, but I'm gonna leave it 48, it'll be permanent. And here's the whole, I wish all this was closer, but he says that was as close as they could come for the faucet. I wanted more room back here because it's easier to clean when there's more room, but anyway, there's what it looks like so far. Hi again. I'm trying better lighting. I now have this 2-shelf thing, and I put in a liner. I don't think I'm going to put a liner in it. She finished this pretty nice and softly. Nice and smooth. Sorry this cord's going to show because it's for my light. And on this side, she made drawers, and so husband gets that one. I get all the rest. And this is my hair stuff. So I've got hair dryer and Insta curls and waves and all that stuff in there, and my Maryland brush, heat protectant, that kind of thing. Good old minoxidil. I think it's working. Anyway, I'm not shedding as bad as I was. So there's the under sink area. Oh, did I make you dizzy yet? And then we come over here. I don't know if I can get this lid. Well, this corner was a real bugger because how do you get to your stuff there? Oh, I still can't get lighting down here very well. So she put on a door, and there are 2 drawers I can barely reach because the light's in the way. And the top one I have of extra razors and deodorant because I didn't know I had that many when I started cleaning out the old stuff. And this is extra shampoo and other hair products that I need to use up. But I don't get into this stuff very much, so I can keep it under there. And then we reach the door. So here's the top. Yeah, I got the cord plugged in there. I don't want to look at the mirror because it's going to be too bright with the light there. Can't throw out my dahlias, that's the end of them. In here, I keep my perfume in the dark. Yep, I hate handheld. But anyway, there's perfumes. Here's my beloved Carez white tea, bergamot, and freesia. But anyway, I'm not going to go through all those now. We're just, this bathroom one's going to take long enough. Shared drawer, toothpaste, that kind of stuff. And I had this divider already. And, you know, I keep all my daily stuff in there. And we both keep our toothpaste and stuff in there. Then, over here, you can't have these two drawers open at the same time. And you barely can get by that handle. I got these dividers from the Container Store, and they just fit NARS going that way. I'm not going to go through everything because that'll just take too bloody long. But I keep my paint pots and my eyebrow, you know, even if it's copper plate, I keep them there. My individual NARS, my doubleware, my Tom Ford creams, and so I stuck the little NARS cream, which they don't make the creams anymore, but it's real similar to the Platinum. This was Corfu, and it's real similar to the Platinum. I mean, this is goldier, but, you know, same thing, you guys. Come on, NARS, make them again. Little shaver doodads. This is loose and on top because I got so much stuff, and the drawer's nice and deep, so I could do that. So I don't use this stuff much, but in here I've got the Tom Ford eyeshadow, a YSL, an Hourglass, a Wet n Wild, I don't discriminate too bad, Dior, Burberry's, a Charlotte Tilbury, and Chanel. And you knock everything over as you go in. My Dior number 2 Glowing Gardens highlighter. The Chanel ribbons that I keep in the box because it's so pretty. Soleil Tan de Chanel. I keep it upside down. It's supposed to keep it from drying out. Finishing powder, ambient powder, sculpting gel, bronzer, extra foundations, more foundations here, and concealers. I used up one concealer. I was going to show you guys that. And then back here I've got my Lise Watier bronzer and blush. So that closes up. Then, while I'm sitting down, I have a video coming up where I just showed you of how my lipsticks are arranged. And I have reading glasses here so I can just grab them and read what the names of the darn things are. I have 2 meteorites, so I just keep them in there. Here's a fun lipstick that I'm never going to use because it's so pretty. And little samples that I got from bodyneeds2.com. And you can get MAC lip samples. Try them out for a while because they last a little ways. And this is a Sedona 980 brush that I use with my meteorites. And then just extra space I haven't used up. I sit at my seat and then get into my brushes. These are the brushes I use every day. These are like special ones. Sometimes I don't use foundation brushes and sometimes I do. This is all eye pencils. This is all eye pencils and eyeliner except for the mascara I'm using. I only open one at a time. These are all lip pencils, and this will be fun. I should put this where I remember to use it for Christmas. It is bright red. It's a Lise Watier. And the Bite Rhubarb that I'm wearing almost every day today. And then I keep my, is this still in view? Yeah. I keep my trimming scissors and eyelash curler in there. Got Too Faced. Got Lorac Pro. 2 Fizzy Arts. This is a fun one. I really like it. Sometimes I forget to use it, but it's the It Must-Haves palette. And there. If you take something out, something falls in its place. You get real frustrated. Back here I have a lot of samples and I organized them all in bags. I'll do that a separate video. I'll show you what I did there. Then I've got kind of a stationery holder that I've put palettes in. Turns out I don't really use that too much because they're all the same color. And I love the Stila, but it makes my eyes water, but I still like it. And the Lorac Mega Pro with a zillion colors. And the Pretty. I hate this packaging, but I love the colors. But even in the packaging inside, I don't like it, so I don't use it much, and I should. I'm gonna put that in there. And the Naked. I don't use it as much as everybody else says. I like the Naked 3. Emily gave me the Naked 2, so I have that. I like the Laura Mercier. I love that African Violet. Anyway, and today I have on the Narcissist ones, a couple of those. I have Inglot, and I have space for one more. That's the brow color. I really like the brow stuff, but I need to get a light tan for a transition color in there. I have both Lorac Unzips. That's the gold, and that's the regular. And this is my backup. You don't hear me use that much. Laura Mercier with the African Violet in it. That was in my buying frenzy days, so I had to have everything everybody had. And if somebody came out with something new, I had to have that. The chocolate bar. See, a lot of these colors are all the same for me. The browns, I love them. I do like my MAC, so I go back to them. Look at all the browns there, except for Copper Ring. But those are the shiny ones. These are the matte ones, except for some. And then these are the wild card ones that I don't use much, that I should use more. Like Humid, I should use that more. And lastly is the Lorac Pro. Thank you, Iman. She gave this to me for Christmas one year. And I love it. Put that there. That's there. But wait, there's more. There's one more drawer. When Joyce made me these drawers, she goes, oh, would you like a slider? So I remembered I had all these fingernail polishes that I can't paint my fingernails, but I paint my toes. Or Jessica and I come and play. And so I've got all that, and it lifts out. It's kind of heavy. And I've got more sample-y things. I've got my brush bags and samples and samples and samples. And then just extra perfumes. Extras. You know, like bottles that I haven't opened or something, and that keeps them dark and cool. And so that's my bottom drawer. And they're on these gliding things. So, JBS Farm thanks you. This is the Gargoyle. I only have one of him, and that's in Little Black Dress, and this is in Fireside Marshmallow. I love this mold. I'm going to get some more of these molds and make a zillion in different colors. And then my sliced loaf of the Chanel roses. I call it channel number 5 so that Chanel doesn't get mad, but doesn't it smell like it? So thank you for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.